little bit.
Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're gonna be getting into episode 3 of Mob Psycho season 3. Hope you all having a really good week so far. It's been a fall season now for me. I live in Virginia, and it's definitely officially fall here now. My girlfriend and I have been trying to get into spooky season feels by watching, like, I don't know if any of y'all. I'm not a big horror fan, but I do like watching like horror video games, like people play them through. Since I'm a little disconnected from it, I'm not too scared. I can live vicariously through them. But also we've been watching, my girlfriend's never seen Harry Potter, so we've been watching those. We just watched the fourth one, which is one of my favorite movies out of all of them. That one's really good. So we've been getting festive around here. No pumpkin spice lattes yet, though. Not a fan of that. I'll stick to my normal black coffee. All right, let's recap character ratings from last time. We gave MVP to Mob, kind of around doing the right thing for a school project, right? Like putting in some effort, not doing the bare minimum. I can admire that as somebody who's always struggled with that. I wish I could be like that more often. For the best moment, we just gave that to the yokai hunter, Haraki, I think his name was. Just for his character in general. He was an eclectic sort of character. He was pretty funny. But I just enjoyed, kind of his outlandish character design and his voice actor, all that. For the funniest moment last episode, we gave that to Ritsu and his cross-dressing self. And how much he tried to fight against it. Man, that was pretty good, man. But yeah, we'll see if episode 3 here is a little bit more of a standalone episode again, or if we're gonna get a little bit of a longer term plot line for season 3 established here. Either way, I'll be happy with it. Mob is always like such a good comfort show for me at this point. Like anytime I put it on, I'm like, well, I'm gonna be entertained, that's for sure. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this one.
でね、森重が三浦さんに振られてからひろこにしつこくメールしてくんだって。何それ、気持ち悪い。松崎さんも別れたらしいよ。あ、そうだ。ねえ、つぼみ、帰りカラオケ行かない？え？あ、ごめん、今風邪気味なんだよ。
Nah, you're full of shit.
そうなの？たまには遊ぼうよ。
Oh my god, even her snot is beautiful.
また今度ね。ねえ、ティッシュ持ってる？持ってない。なんで顔隠してんの？うん、なんでもない。何？
Ugh, they're annoying.
やばい。この二人に私の鼻水マックスの顔面を見られたら。
Oh god.
昨日の高根つぼみの鼻水写メ見る？
That's so annoying. Like y'all have never sneezed snot out of your nose.
そこの二人。
Oh, superhero Mob.
なんか先生が呼んでたよ。
あ、だる。
We about to get to see Mob with this crush. Let's go.
待って、つぼみちゃん。
ごめん。今ちょっと。
はい。ティッ
Aww.
シュ。
What a gentleman. Chivalry is not dead, Mob.
モブ君。
あ、うん。
てかさ、私たちなんか話すの久しぶりじゃない？
うん。
ありがとう。じゃ、またね。
またね。
The little heart at the end. Hey, that's some brownie points from Mob. Good shit, bro. Now go get back in the gym.
ちょっといいかな。
メザトさん。
Misato, guys. Misato, don't you be coming in here stirring up some shit, some drama.
来てくれないかな。
ごめん。やっぱりそういうの。
Oh my god. The two most savage characters in the show.
日曜日の昼は私とテレパシスト探しする約束だからね。
ああ、はい。
じゃあ考えといて。家に電話するから。影山くん。
エミさん。
Oh, Emmy, we haven't seen her in forever.
お、モテモテじゃんか。
I love that episode in season 2, man. That was one of my favorite Mob episodes for sure.
またまた気づかないふりしちゃって。
でも確かに今日はたくさんの女子と会話をした。
Ladies man.
ちょっとだけど、つぼみちゃんとも二人きりで話したし。
All the little animations are so funny.
いつ？ちょっと聞いてくれるかな。
どうしたの？
僕はモテ始めているかも
He's
しれな
freaking
い。
out.
兄さん、
きっとまた勘違いだ。ああ、恥ずかしい。
Don't invalidate yourself, bro.
見られてる。女子がチラチラ見ている。
影山くん、かっこ
間違いない。
いいね。いいよね、リツくん。爽やかね。
もしかして。
Oh no, they're talking about Ritsu.
いや、間違いなく。
Oh
僕はモテてる。
しげおくん、
Oh,
かっこいい。
Shigeo-kun. Look at it. It's like handsome Squidward, bro. No way.
Squidward, you're even more handsome now!
Dude, this is great. What a fucking start to this episode.
どうだい絶景だろ
素敵。
真珠をイメージした限定ロールケーキ発売中。
真珠は我らの味方大地に包まれた命の螺旋私たちもちっぽけな存在に過ぎないと真珠は言っておられる
多くの思いや願いが集まる場所にはいつしか神聖が宿り始めるこのブロッコリーはもはや一種の神
The
の
broccoli god. My parents sure treated broccoli like it was the god vegetable growing up. So good for you.
真珠はさらに成長している
Oh.
こいつはただのブロッコリーで人々を導くような力はな
Oh no, Dimple.
だったら俺様がエネルギーをかすめ取って有効利用してやろうじゃ世界に神が必要だってんなら俺様が導いてやるよ
God damn it, Dimple. Someone bring him down to size. Bring his ego down.
電話よ。女の子から。
Yo, he's even getting phone calls.
もしもし。ああ、目里さん。何度も言うけど、僕そういうの向いてないから。
待って。それが今までとはだいぶ状況が変わってきてるのよ。真珠が町に出現してから、サイコヘルメット教の教祖を名乗り出る人がどんどん現れてきてるの。で、
Oh god, power struggle. Are you kidding me? That one fucking psychic.
モブ君以外の人がサイコヘルメット教の教祖に決まっちゃうの。困るわ。
I love the soundtrack in the show. His mom's watching him.
携帯からかけ直します。
50万人以上の信者がいるのよ。
Dude, that's crazy.
女の子からモテまくると思うんだけど。
He's already popular.
それこそ高根さんにもね。どうしたの？
Dude, I can't get over it. The handsome face coming out.
なんでもない
何？
His voice got deeper too.
競争オーディション絶対来てね。
There's an audition for the founder. That's ridiculous.
必要とされてる教祖になるのも悪くないかもしれない
Oh
よく言
no.
ったしげお
エクボびっくりした
Dude,
最
the
近
deep
見ないと思っ
voice.
たら何があったの
Dipple's looking fiery.
なるほどまたねと言われて勘違いしちゃったか
いや、勘違いじゃなくて、それは事実だから。
女子と会話しただけでその気になるのは思春期ボーイによくあることだろう女子たちの視線も勘違いだぞ
なんでそんなこと言うの？見てたわけじゃないのに。
俺様はお前のためを思って言ってんだぜ今のお前は別にモテてないって
何の用で現れたの？
なんだっけなああそうそう競争オーディションの件だよついに動く時が来たんだ俺様たちが頂点に立つ時が共に行こうぜ
なんで？
Dimple looks savage right now.
これはエクボには関係ない話でしょ？
いやもともとサイコヘルメット教の前身かっこ笑いは俺様が立ち上げた団体だし
Yeah, no, it wasn't good, dude.
で人を集めてたんでしょ？サイコヘルメット教は自主的に集まった人たちで平和に楽しくやってるらしいから。
でもよ優秀なリーダーが必要だろうよあの集団が求めてるのは神秘の力を持つものだ
分かってる。
だからエクボじゃないんだみんなが求めてるのは僕だ
Oh my god, he's letting it go to his head.
調子こいてんなこの野郎へいお前に集団を率いる力があんのかよ
まだ僕が競争をやるなんて言ってないよ。そういうの向いてないのは分かってるし。
新しい神の誕生だ
その神っていうのはエクボ
Mob
の
the
こと？
god. Or that actually he was possessed by Dimple.
まだ決めてねえが まあ想像を絶するほどの力が手に入るだろうな。
僕は力に興味はないから、少なくともエクボには協力できないよ。
あの半端じゃない新生エネルギーをよ。
エクボのパワーアップはブロッコリーのエネルギーを奪い取ったからだね。
Man, Mob's on it, bro.
それは別に構わないけど、横取りしようとしてるのはエクボも同じでしょ。
違う。俺様。
Mob can see right through him,
他の
bro.
連中っていう人たちと何が違うの？
お
エクボ、もう悪巧みやめたら。エクボ、久しぶり。
What the fuck, dude?
夜間の学校はどうよ？
Oh yeah, he's going to night school.
緊張するけどやっていけそうです。
モブは最近なんか面白いこととかあった？ええ、まあレーゲン師匠の方から聞きたがるなんて珍しいですね。
何もなさすぎて退屈なんだよ。建物の急速な老朽化が怪奇現象のせいか調査してほしいってのが4件も来てる。
Huh.
どうも便利屋か何かと勘違いされてる節があるな。
便利屋じゃないんだ。
Mob's like, isn't that what we do?
最近モテ始めた気がする。そうか、解散お疲れ。
あ、もう一つありました。明日宗教団体の集会に行くことになって。
お前それ大丈夫なのか？
僕の活躍がきっかけで設立されたらしくて、なんか教祖になってほしいそうです。
教祖になるのか？
なろうと思えばなれるんですけど、とりあえずみんなに会ってみないとわからないですね。
めちゃくちゃ調子こいてる。
He's on a high horse.
最高なんだっけ？
サイコヘルメット教です。
雑な作りだな。
He's shitting on their website.
どっからどう見てもうさんくす。信者数58万人？こんな
Oh no, he's going to see an opportunity.
気も集まってやがるぞ。これは
Do the right thing, Reagan. No.
集会行ってこい。男たる者、一度は教祖にやっておくべきだ。
At least once.
信者たちにはちゃんと自分に師匠がいることを伝えておくんだぞ。
は
Oh my god.
で
They're all getting
どんな
carried
格好して
away.
るんだ？
あ、クソどうしよう。
手出せ、モブ。ボーナスだ。これで服でも買ってこい。
That was nice of him.
師匠、ありがとうございます。服買うと言っても、
Now we gotta get handsome mob some handsome clothes.
帰ってリツに相談しようかな。
影山くん？
Yo, let's
やっぱり
go.
そうだ。
花沢くん。
なるほどね。
I'll never call him Hanazawa. It's always Taruki. I feel like Mob's fit right now is pretty nice
さっき
for
から
him.
街の様子を見てるけど、どうやら君も気づいたみたいだね。この街に少しずつ起きている。
Is the broccoli like growing?
あの子たちがどうかした？
実は最近よく女の人からの視線を感じる気がして。
ははん。影山くん、それは勘違いなんかじゃないさ。影山くんがかっこいいから女子にチラチラ見られてるんだよ。
参ったな。
そういうことにしておこうよ。さあ、かっこいい服買いに行こう。あ、これなんかいいんじゃない？
あ、でもこれ予算オーバー。
これは流行りのブランド
Smart monkey.
あった。
Oh, he looks so
この
happy,
猿のデザイ
dude.
ンで5000円ぴったし。
やった、それにしよう。兄さん、その服で出かけるの？うん、花沢くんと一緒に選んだんだ。
Man, Mob's changing so much, bro. It's crazy seeing him develop.
悩みすぎて最後よくわからなくなっちゃったけど、そんなにこの服かっこいいの？
Oh no. That's why Ritsu seemed a little sus about it. Not the nicest one.
トメさん、何かあったのかな？
競争オーディション参加者の方は奥へお進みください。
こんなうさんくさい宗教団体どもに真珠が扱えるか。あれは我が日輪霊能連
What was
合
his
会
name
の下で
again?
管理する。
すごい人数。
Jeez.
サイコヘルメット教って
半分ジョークの宗教ですよね。それが急にこんな
暴動とか
Bunch of
起きない
sheep.
ですかね。
お客様がおかけになった電話をお呼びしましたが、おつなぎできませんでした。
目里さん出ないな。
Uh-oh.
集会場所もまだ聞いてないし、もうちょっと待とうかな。
Oh no.
なかなか出ねえな、モブ。あいつビビってるのかな。お、出た出た。なかなか堂々としてんじゃねえか。
It's definitely not him. It's gonna be Dimple for sure.
はじめまして、皆さん。僕がこれからリーダー役として教祖を務めさせていただく。サイコヘルメットです。
おいおい、モブじゃねえぞ。
Yeah.
まず、
どうなってんだ、一体。電源切れてやがる。
これからは僕が皆さんを幸福へと
It's
導いて
definitely
いきま
Dimple,
す。
dude.
電池切れてる。
そして僕は真珠の創造主でもあります。たくましく自由
It's
に
making
あ
me
るサイコ
annoyed.
ヘルメット教の象徴と言えます。
Don't take his spotlight.
あの真珠を僕だと思って祈りを捧げてください。
デタラメを抜かすな。真珠は我々が管理してこそ幸福をもたらすのだ。
It's a little broccoli. I mean, not exactly little, but Ah, you're leaving us on a cliffhanger too, bro. I'm not used to like mob episodes being multi-part, like the plot continuing along. There's so many like single plot line episodes, so whenever there goes over one episode, it's so much more painful. All right, y'all, let's get in the review section for this episode. Player Mob, man. Chad Mob, Player Mob, handsome Squidward Mob, man. What a look for Mob and his handsome Squidward look. That was geeking me the whole episode, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, fun episode. Interesting to see Mob kind of taking on some new challenges from the results of his growth here. You know, it's really great seeing Mob a lot more confident, but we see kind of a bit of an ego boost here during this episode, and him, I don't know if he's necessarily struggling with it, but you know, you can see he has a lot of thoughts and emotions around people giving him more attention, especially girls giving him a lot more attention. And you know, he's kind of nervous about it, but also you can see how it's quickly impacting his psyche about himself. And you know, it's mentioned multiple times that he is a little bit on a high horse in this episode. I think in real life, a lot of times, like, people can, you know, kind of face something similar to this, right? If they have shortcomings or different insecurities, they may work to address those, but in return, they might get something new that they've never had before, and it can be a whole nother challenge for them to still be a healthy and well-rounded individual after the fact, right? You know, if you get attention from people or whatever it might be, it can kind of fill your cup past your insecurities and you know, make you a little less focused on them in a way. But in reality, you're kind of covering up your insecurity versus actually being healthy and well-rounded, or, you know, outside of your insecurity. And it's a difficult thing. I mean, especially as a pubescent boy like Mob is, if you're getting a lot of looks from other girls and stuff, it's gonna go to your head to a degree, especially at that age. So I don't blame Mob at all. I think it's very realistic for anyone, but especially at that age. I think a lot of guys could probably attest to, you know, the attention of women being a very valuable thing to them, and probably vice versa as well for women. I mean, I can't speak for girls, but you know, that attention can quickly go to your head though, and it can increase your ego a lot, and you have to be very self-aware to kind of balance and check that without it becoming a problem. But you know, we kind of see this, you know, this kind of increase in ego from Mob impact other parts of his life as well. Like now he's starting to consider being the head of this, you know, of this cult a little bit, right? The Psycho Helmet religion / cult. And, you know, throughout the whole series, he's really been resistant to ever wanting to lead that organization or even consider it. And now at this point, with him getting more attention from women and just from people in general, he's starting to consider it here. So I think it's a good example of how it could impact other areas of your life or your moral ethical values in those situations. But we see Mob is actually thinking through it as well, especially through his interaction with Dimple, which is very interesting to me because, we haven't seen Dimple in a bit. Last time we saw him, he kind of was refocusing back on his goal, right? His goal to become very powerful and be, lead a bunch of people and kind of, lead the sheep somewhere. But you can see Mob still questions Dimple, like, that this has nothing to do with him. Why is he still kind of scheming? Why does he want to be a god? He's questioning his ambition here a lot. If it's actually coming from a place of solid moral groundings, or if it's actually a kind of an unhealthy thing for Dimple and the people around him. Because when we met Dimple, he was using people and controlling them to fulfill his ambition. So in this case, Mob hasn't really controlled anyone or done anything like that to get people to follow the symbol of himself, but yeah, it still has happened. But Mob's able to kind of call out Dimple on this and still challenge him on why he would want to do that. But even during the conversation, you can see that even though Mob's calling him out, he still is a bit on his high horse. Like he tells Dimple that he is considering it more for himself now, and that he potentially might be able to be the leader, although he says, I know I can't be a leader. You can see he's kind of going back and forth with it a bit. So it's interesting seeing Mob struggle with this, but still being able to call out his friend on, his part in it as well. And it's becoming kind of messy pretty quickly here. One interesting part of Mob Psycho that has been a very consistent theme in this, and this episode's no different than a lot of other ones we've gotten, but there's a very heavy focus on religion and kind of like cults a little bit. They kind of mix in this show, and in real life, you could probably meet a lot of people who would say that religions are very cultish. I think it kind of depends on, the organization you join. There's lots of religious organizations who are grounded and have very strong moral guidelines and don't really get wrapped up in the philosophy quite as much. But on the flip side, there are a lot of religious organizations that are very cult-like and kind of use their followers for money or for their ambition secretly. I just think it's really interesting that Mob focuses on a lot, and I think it's a good representation of kind of that groupthink mentality, right? And how quickly people can be caught up in their desires and wanting to be led by something that's greater than them, right? Because as humans, it's always really difficult to follow your own path because none of us really know why we're here. We're trying to make meaning of this life and this world, and having a more powerful figure or a mythical being or something that's kind of something that can give them a reason to move forward in life, something to follow in life. To me, that's kind of a big reason why people follow religious guidelines and stuff. It creates community. It creates something, guidelines for them to follow, how to live their life, because it's difficult to find those things on your own a lot. And I think, there's a place for that a lot of times, but Mob definitely shows the extreme of it where people kind of just become sheep and they just follow people for the hell of it. And obviously it's not a healthy thing in those scenarios. But yeah, we definitely leave off on a bit of a cliffhanger here with seemingly someone looking like Mob shows up. It seems like he's made of a bunch of roots, but looks a lot like Mob. I'm assuming that it's Dimple kind of controlling the broccoli or something, and we did see a little bit that Reagan's been getting reached out and that Taruki's been seeing the roots kind of encroaching on the city and stuff. So I'm assuming that's like the root system of the broccoli spreading, because they're feeding so much spiritual energy into the broccoli, and Dimple's taking it over, or maybe someone else is taking over potentially too. We can see that it's growing in its threat level, growing in its power. And if it is Dimple taking it over, it wouldn't be super surprising based off the conversation he had with Mob. He doesn't really seem to want to listen to Mob about kind of giving up his ambition. But it's also interesting because both Misato and Tome didn't pick up their phones, so I think there might be, I don't know if it's Dimple or somebody else kind of messing with this situation as well. So definitely a cliffhanger. Like I once again, I'm always like really sad. I mean, it's exciting, but also sad because I'm so used to Mob, like the individual Mob episodes, and be able to them wrapping up in one episode. And so like I feel spoiled sometimes because then when there's multi-part episodes or there's a plot line on multiple episodes, it becomes like so much more painful to like wait. But it's a good thing though, right? It means I just want to watch the next episode. So, all right, let's get into character ratings around this episode. For MVP, I'm going to give that to Mob. Player Mob. Even though there's a challenge here for him and his, kind of trying to make sure his ego doesn't blow up too much, I'm still happy for him and seeing the results of his self-work go to this extent, right? Like you can see how much more confident he is and how that rubs off on the people around him. Seeing him come up to his crush and confidently support her and talk to her, but also seeing all these other girls and people giving him attention. It's just nice to see Mob, I guess, kind of seeing the results of his hard work to a degree. And obviously that's not, the full extent of his work. There's much more fulfilling things like his self-confidence and self-esteem that have improved a lot, and that itself is way more important than the attention of others. But it's just nice to see that he's kind of getting some results from his work. For the best moment, I'm also going to give that to Mob when he gives the tissue to his crush. I'm always scared to say her name. Is it like Shibomi or something? I know I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that, but I just love that. I always love when I see interactions between them because it's been such a big thing throughout Mob Psycho, is him wanting to express himself to his crush. But seeing him go up and kind of establish some confidence in himself there, and you can see how grateful she is there. And it's a simple conversation, but I think it is a good sign of how much Mob has developed. Lastly, for the funniest moment, oh man, this is easy. I think Mob's gonna get a sweep in this one. Every time Handsome Mob came in, it was too funny to me. His voice getting deeper and everything too. Like when he was on the phone with Bizzato and he turns into the Handsome Mob, and you can hear the deeper voice through the phone as well. Oh man, too good. All right, y'all. I think that'll do it for this reaction review. Let me know what you thought about this one in the comments down below. Consider dropping a like, consider subscribe if you all want to follow him for more. And yeah, I'll see you for the next episodes when we continue this plot line. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Hope you have a really good day. I'll catch you later. Peace.